Hi guys, am I live? Sorry I'm late. I'll explain all in a minute. I just need to get the rest of the stream set up. So welcome to the slightly later than usual stream. Hope everyone's keeping well. You tell anybody who's watching this on playback. And if it's not too rude to ask, any chance for a thumbs up? I know I'm late. Sorry, just getting my Dr. Pepper delivered. Alright, let's get some lights on, let's get some trains running. I'll get to the chat in a sec. We'll get this train running at least. I'll get all the other cameras set up. Well, sounds like it's derailed. Off to a good start already. Will it stay on till it gets around here and I can fix it? No. Yeah, so anyway, my daughter, who is diabetic, type 1, has these sensors that she puts in her arm. Which is connected to her pump, and she was working down in Sligo, and the sensor she put on failed, so I had to run down to Sligo, which is about an hour's drive, drop off new sensors to her and come back up again, which is why I'm late. And I just got a message on the way back up. She put the second sensor on and that one failed as well. So she must have a faulty batch. By the way, I hope everyone can actually hear me. And I'm not just actually just talking to myself, which wouldn't be the first time. Right, that's that one up. I haven't even got my lights out and ready. This is how far behind I am tonight. Not only that, today I took a spin up to Coleraine, which is about 75 miles away from me, to drop my daughter off to college up there. So that was a 150-mile trip, and I've just done about an 80-mile round trip. All I want to do was just play with some trains tonight. Some people actually ask me how I set up my cameras. Of course, I use StreamYard. So here's an example using my mobile phone. Make sure the volume's turned down on it. And then I just send the link from StreamYard, email it to myself. And click on the link. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Open up in the browser, and then what I do is I just use a cut off bit of a whole headset there, and I just put that into the jack just so it stops any feedback, so then it cancels out the mic working. And then I just add it to the stream, which I'll actually swap that around for a minute and just show you what I've actually done is I've actually put up my posters. So we can see we got a Lost Swilly poster there, got a map of the northern half of Ireland, of the rail lines there. Then we've got the CDR poster. Oh, let's get behind the light there so you can see it. Up. And up here I've got a railway map from 1927. And you can see how it's got the big four and then all the railway lines that we once had in Ireland as well. That's probably about the maximum extent of the railways in Donegal there. And then Donegal poster there, I can't see with the shine on it. And then I've populated my new cabinet with locos. So let's put this in a stand. And put it there. So let's put it down to the 4 screens now. There we go. Right, let's get something going on the 009. Let's get it going around that way. I really need to get myself a 009er N-gauge railer because it is far fiddlier to put them on the track than 00. No, that's not on the track, right? There we go. We got Railcar 18 going around there now. Oh, I need a drink. Right, let's get into the chat. So I'm going to be way behind in, but I'm only going to go back a little bit in the chat, so if there's a question that I've missed, put it back in again. Again, apologies for being late. Something about being late to your own live stream. Right, I'll go back. It's back as far as I go. So we got GMRC. Hello, Mark. How you doing? Newland Railway. Clive. How you doing? Digger Evans Model Railway. How you doing? Simon Trains Model Railway. I can hear you well. That's how far back I am, Simon. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Digger Evans. I hello to you already. Tom Houston Model Railway. How you doing? Joshua W6 Gaiman. Welcome to Donegal. Summer Breeze Model Railways. John Holly. Yeah, I say Nicola's okay. She just texted me to say that the second sensor failed because she had to put the sensor on. It goes on her arm. She puts them on, and the bit that's supposed to go in came out through the sensor. So that's what happened there. And she's just changed over to these new sensors because she's recently been put on the pump. Are you going to Instamark? Yes, this weekend. I will be at the Ulster show this weekend on the Saturday. So if anybody's going to that and you're there, say hello. Thank you, Timber Surf. If you have a question for Mark, start the text with question so you can spot them easily. Thank you. That's a very good idea, Timber. Mark, similar happened to me. I had to return them to get a replacement from the manufacturers. Chemists wouldn't replace them. Yeah, she had that happen once before on a different sensor, and she returned to the manufacturer and they sent her replacement ones. Flymo Chairman, how you doing? Hearing me 5x5, good. Is she at Ulster Union Coleraine? Yeah, she is. She's doing psychology. She's going into her final year now in Coleraine. McCarville Studio, thumbs up if you can. Be great. Thanks, guys. That's bad, Maureen. You'd have thought the chemist would have changed them for you. No, they have to go back to the manufacturer because it's an electronic unit. It's not. I don't know why. Oh, hang on, but I still got that scrolling thing on there from the thing I did the weekend. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, they do cost a fair bit, these sensors. Kev Gifford, how you doing? Great to be here again, neighbour. Kev, I hope you'll be there to give me a hand tomorrow at Duncanely. What I'll do is, after the stream, I'll send you a text just to confirm times and things like that. Nothing wrong with emailing to yourself. I do it all the time. Oh, bless you, that was when I sneezed. How long ago was that? March West Junction TMD, how are you doing? Andy, how are you keeping, mate? Hot Dog Pilot Andy, welcome to the stream. Back again. And there's Flymo putting the links in. That's for Michael McCarville Studios. Josh, I love the poster and the map. Thank you very much. Yeah, now, the thing is, I've put those up, and when my kids seen them, they said we're going to be moving house soon. Because I've delayed putting them up, because every time I put my stuff up, we end up moving house. So I put them all up, and it's quite funny. All my kids, one by one, when they came in, went, oh, we're going to be moving soon. So, watch this space. At least I've got a modular layout this time so I can take it with me. Farmer says, hit the like button if you haven't already, and do share the stream if you can. Thanks very much, guys. Lintree Town Trains and Models, Lyndon. Welcome to the stream. I know you guys have been here. You've been in the stream before I have. Everyone's saying hello to everybody. I think I've just about caught my breath now. Oh, nice mugs. Yes, don't forget to check out the old train set shop. Oh, there's a link for the Donegal Railway website. Oh, what did Clive say? How are you, sir? Pushing to get the base and all finished your railway room. And he's Clive Newland, says, sadly not. Bang a few materials at the mo though. Oh, Leslie Gilbson as well. Hi Leslie, how you doing? Again, apologies to anybody who's come in, anybody who's lurking I haven't said hello to. I'm sorry. Sunbury's Motor Railway, John Holly, have a week off work next week, so hopefully get the framework and baseboards built ready for the legs to go on them. Oh, very good. Aaronville's in. Good evening. How are you doing, Aaronville? Andrew Chipello, hi. I love Thomas the Train and other trains. Everybody loves Thomas. And I did move some of these tubs around that are behind me as I was sorting stuff up, putting them on the shelves, and the Thomas tub has made halfway up the stack. She's got tough arms. One of my daughters has that sensor too. Yeah, it was. She's been. Well, I don't think she'll mind me saying this, but she's been diabetic now since COVID. She got COVID and ended up being diabetic. Ivo Vanzon, how are you doing? I saw these things recently when I was in hospital in June, July. They're good when they work, but they're a bit fiddly yet. Yeah, to be fair, she's been using one sensor type for 3-4 years, and she only had a failure on that once. But this one, she's only been using it a couple of months now to go with the pump, and she's just had 2 in a row fail. Simon Trains one question. Those videos from the weekend, how long will they be up till? Thinking of watching them both on Sunday. Those videos should be up for ever because they're not subject to copyright stuff in them. So we can leave them up a bit longer. See you Saturday, Mark. Sorry, got to go. Okay, Valerie, thanks for popping in. Like a lot of technology, Adam. Good when it works, but inconvenient when it doesn't, yeah. Ray Burston, hi all, on the phone with the taxman. Talk later. Ooh. Now, did you ring him or did he ring you? The one on partition and the agency of excuse as a result is a good one. Everyone's on. Just try to explain German locomotive class numbering in the least number of words possible for someone who asked about it. There's a link for the train set shop. Flymount, I've sent myself texts if I'm out and I've something to remember and don't have a pen or time or anything other way. Yeah, I think we've all done that. SHGP Media, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Was it the Gettysburg Address? OneNote or Google Keep, yeah. Yeah, I must admit I do the same thing with Texas because I've got a UK phone because I work a lot in the north, and I've got a Republic of Ireland phone as well, so I can text the other phone. And most of my kids have got little group chat with, like, to me with both my phones on it, so they know if they send a message, I'll get it on one of them. That's a good idea, Adam. I'm lazy and just rely on Holly. Does he give him rubbish? I had for a short while a blood sugar sensor. Only thing it could be relied on was to wake me in the night to say I'd lost signal to the sensor. I was laying on it. What about Andy? Trying to explain that a 01.10 isn't the same as a normal 01. It's if it's too fiddly to get into the apps. Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes it would be complicated and fiddly to get into the apps when you just, look, I'll just send a text to myself. Question mark, do you have any Engage Thomas stuff? No, I don't. I don't have any Engage Thomas stuff. I just have 00, and it's all the old Hornby stuff. Oh, okay, hope you're well, Mark. What trains are you running tonight? Well, tonight I need to get something else running on the line. I'll catch up with the chat a bit, and then I'll put the 43s back on the Mark 3s there, and I might put the 37 on with, well, I might just have that going around solo, because I've got no other rolling stock at the moment, because I have nothing ready. I'll see what I can find. And then running around on the 009, you can see in the camera there, I've got a model of Railcar 10, Railcar 4, and going around is Railcar 18 off the Donegal Railway. Oh, let's move that into the camera a wee bit. Ooh. It's Motherwell. In German, you are assumed to split the class, subclass, and sequence. Leslie Gilpin. I once had N. Thomas, Nanning, and Gabriel by Tomex, lovely and reliable. I sold them at a loss. Oh. Just hang on a minute, guys. Sorry guys, I got my son trying to ring me for some reason, and he usually knows I will be on my live, so I just want to make sure nothing's amiss. He's asking if I want food. So nothing too serious. All right, so no panic there. I got my Dr. Pepper. I'll be all right for now. Scott Wood, how you doing? Welcome to stream. Planning to start locking down track in the next couple of weeks. Ooh. GMRC, mark date in your diary, 20th of June 2026 next year. Oh, you putting on a show? They also know where you are, Mark. Yeah. Scott Wood, yeah, really spent a load of time planning and trialing this time, not going through the whole rip everything back up again. You'll still do it, Scott. You'll still put everything down. Think, yeah, I've got it perfect. You put it all down, and you'll at least rip up part of it because you won't be happy with it. Gauge. So Scott's on 00 gauge. Sounds good. Have you got any videos of it, Scott? Have you got any videos, Scott? Hi, Digger. I'm enjoying seeing your progress at your new large train man cave. Yeah, loving that, Digger. Loving that size of that. Start the food chat. Scott Wood, got everything ballasted and scenery completed, but the curves were too tight, so it had to go. Yeah. There's never a silly question. Yes, the silly question is the one you didn't ask, and it cost you like 500 quid when you realized you made a mistake. That's a silly question. There's Digger Evans, Model Railway channel. Go over and check it out. Howard Pumford, good evening. How you doing? Gaza S2, good evening, Gaza. How you doing? GRMC, which is Valerie. It's our 10th anniversary, so we're going to have an exhibition. Do I need tips on how to organize one? Yeah, don't do it. Get someone else to do it. It's a headache. Just get everybody's email address, and if you're show this weekend, go around and get everyone's contact details, put it in an email, and then send out the details to that email group. And then as more and more people come, add them to the chain. And then wait for people not to get back to you. And then some people not get back to you and they just turn up anyway. Looks like we will be organising another show in Derry next year. Be February sometime. Haven't locked down any dates yet, but we're going to kick off with a show in Derry. I don't glue or put the pins straight away. Yeah. SHGP Media, I actually have some news. My Christmas layout Abbott Starcy has 2 bookings in December. Oh, he will be in Derby's famous trains and then in Dawn's Quest show in Clacton-on-Sea. Oh, very good. If that's the question, cost you 500 quid, I guess it's time to sleep on the sofa. There's one a day mainline steam run between Haarlem and Amsterdam on Saturday. Ironville for dinner, 4 sausages, homegrown potatoes and veg, and then yogurt and chocolate for afters. Well, because I was up in Coleraine today, they have a Burger King, and it's the closest Burger King to me. So I went for the old bacon double cheeseburger. I was a bit greedy and I went for the XL. I sort of paid for it all afternoon, just had that horrible bloated going, oh, I shouldn't have had that last bite, but you know, you gotta have a Burger King when you can. Timber Surf yet to be confirmed, but likely to organise a YouTubers meet at, I presume that's supposed to be Gets again this year. Everyone's on, sadly, train show that day, different time. Right, I think I've sort of caught up with the chat, so I'll take this little lull now to put the class 43 on. Let's turn that off. Somebody's trying to ring my phone again. Right. Let's get them going. Get the 37 going again. Right. Why is it making that noise? Something's come off and going running on this. Right, where was I? Yeah, get yes, okay. Scott would have a slideshow of the old layout, but not the new version yet, as I've just been running everything with the track free flowing for the last 3 months while I tried out various scenarios. There we go. So Timber's yes going to organise one for Gets. And Rose going to be there on the 11th of October. This year, so Simon Model Railway Showcase, this year I won't be going to the National Festival of Railway Modelling in November, having a year off this year. Okay. SHGP Media, I've also changed the plan of my N-gauge fine scale layout honeysuckle cottage. Instead of a shuttle with a fiddle either side, it will now have a fiddle yard around the back so I can run longer trains. Okay. No problem, Timbers. I've made many spelling errors. No one's perfect. Ivan's on. Hot Dog Pilot Andy. And there's a large steam locomotive event on the 6th of September that I'm going to visit. Okay. SHGP Media, I think it's going to be more interesting that way and not just older trains and DMUs. There's Timber Surf's YouTube channel. Our phone ringing. I thought Mark had burger indigestion. See, normally you wouldn't hear that because I put my phones on silent before I turn it into a camera, which I forgot to do this evening. My spelling is perfect, but I'm an engineer, so I can't type. Yeah, thick thumbs. I think we all have fat, stodgy fingers sometimes. Right, there's obviously some little bit of plastic hanging down because it's hitting off the sleepers. So it's probably the very fine. Oh yeah, there we go. That one's bent out of shape. Sandpipes going down to the wheels. So, because I can hear it clicking as it goes over the rails hitting off the sleepers. Going again. And take a swig of Dr. Pepper. I definitely need that sugary caffeine boost this evening. Fortunately, I'm on a PC, Flymo. You can still get fat fingers on a PC. There's Leslie's channel. Go over and check that channel. Love watching Leslie's videos, especially if I'm in here doing some modelling. It's great to have that on the background. And my kids love it as well. It's very therapeutic. Police constable. Oh, I have a backlit keyboard. I've made a number of embarrassing spelling mistakes. I used to work for a guy called Alan. Tim Maslin, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Well, my keyboard is so worn again that I've worn off letters again. Flymo, we all have this image of you just sat in like what looks like a control room with screens and streams going on everywhere, and you're just sat there monitoring everything. Tim Maslin, Timbersurf, can I ask your advice? Oh, what's Tim going to ask? Sorry, I seem to have all my family messaging me at once. I don't know what's going on. You should see Flymo exhibitions. Still monitoring live streams. I wish I had the space. Tim Maslin, right, what's his question? If I have a 3-volt power supply, how many 3-volt LEDs can I have running before I'm going to break it? Well, that would depend on the power, on the ampage. Timbersurf. Tim, if they are in parallel, each one takes about 20 milliamps, so about 50 per amp off the PSU. There we go. Tom Houston, could be worse, Mark. My phone went crazy last night And I got the same text message from my brother every hour. Tim Austin, my father-in-law wants to add street lights and lights to houses. He bought a 3-volt power supply. Yeah, most of the 3-volt power supplies you get would be about 1 amp. So there you go. You could run about 50 off one power supply. Now, I'm just surmising. Just have a look on there. It should tell you 3 volts and what amps it is. Tim Austin, get an LED driver for that. Way more efficient compared to putting resistor packs in the circuit. Timber surf, to us idiots, do you mean a lot? Almost as he's trying to keep the camera in a straight line. A 500 millivolt 3-volt PSC would give 25. That's perfect. You won't have 50, probably around 20. That's more than enough. Yeah. Well, there's a link to my old Facebook page. If you're not following that, get over there, and it'll keep you abreast of videos and that coming out. Tim, you need to have resistors in line with the LEDs to limit the current. 3-volt LEDs won't require a resistor, surely. Yeah, they shouldn't. But what I find is sometimes 3-volt LEDs are more like 2.1 volt LEDs. So best to test one first. Yeah, as Timber says, some LEDs are 2.2 volts, so it may not last on 3 volt. Yes, the current will pop them. Right, I'm just going to log on a minute and get rid of that annoying heart that's around the bottom. Yep, there, it's gone. Flymo Chairman, 2 AA batteries and a box of some Christmas lights or the like, 2 for LED strings, yeah. Ivo says, Tim Austin burned up a few with my big Fleischmann Trevo on a 3-volt DC, yeah. I plan on running my LED light in series on a Christmas tree from battery packs, yeah. And also you might want them running at full brightness, that's true as well, so you might want to put a resistor on to dim them a bit so they're not too bright. Those are limited by both the resistor and battery resistance. Timber Surf, my best advice is to use a 5-volt or 12-volt with a suitable resistor in series with each LED. That's what I do. I use a 12-volt supply. Oh, sorry, I'm going to sneeze again. Yeah, nope. Well, my father-in-law brought some street lights. He now wants lights in houses. I'll add resistors to them just in case, yeah. Indeed I will, but if they don't all blow, it works for some. Anthony Dodge, the Model Train Outsider. Good evening, Anthony. Hi all from the Lurker Shadows. I just got home with Kyan and I wanted to send greetings. You're very welcome. I hope yourself and Kyan are keeping well. There's the link for the Donegal Model Railway Club Facebook page, if you can follow that. We're sort of getting the club going now. We've got a few members. We're going to start doing bits and pieces on there, so there'll be hopefully more on that over the next couple of months. Timber service. A 12 volt also means you can run some in series, i.e. 3 LEDs and 1 resistor. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Right, let me show you these models that Kev, he was in the chat earlier on, I don't know if he's still there, but these were kits that were donated. So it's O gauge, we're using 21mm wheel sets with it for the inver layout. And here is the job that Kev made of it. Just look at that there. Oop, let's get it. So you're looking at the bottom left hand there. So that's an open coal wagon off the Donegal Railway. And he's done a great job putting that together, painting it, doing the weathering on it. It looks absolutely fantastic. And then I'll show you the other one he done. This is a goods van, brake van. You can see there, painted, the weathering on it looks fantastic. So you've got the chimney and vent on the top. Got the little bit on the side where the guard would look out. And there's the kit. Fantastic job. It's like these kits like come in like what look to be old cigar boxes. So hopefully they will be on the inver layout tomorrow running. So that does look nice. Yes, that's a smart wagon. Yeah, yeah, he done an excellent job on it. He really good. Yes, over. That's the other advantage of using 12 volts. Is it narrow gauge coal? A road van, I guess you call it. How is the layout progressing? How is it progressing? Well, you can see I made the decision about a month ago now, because I was trying to get stuff done on it, and being the summer holidays and the kids being off, I just wasn't finding the time to come in here and concentrate and do something on it. So I thought, right, halt it. So what I've done is I've just been running trains. A couple of things I have done is I had to widen out the curves, because when I had the Mark III's going around with some hoppers, they were a bit too close together, so they were rubbing off each other slightly, so I spaced out the curves. As you can see there, I got my other display cabinet up, got my stock in there, sorted out a few bits of the stock, got onto my friend Seamus, he's going to make me up some more stock boxes, so I have everything on hand a bit easier. Got these other models of the 009 that you can see going around there. So I might do a short video on these, but normal weekly videos will resume probably looking at about the first week of September, because the kids start going back to school next week. So I'll be back into a routine and have a bit more time to do stuff. So that's the kind of plan there. And like, it's already getting dark in the evenings now. We're coming up to 9:15. The sun has set. So in another half an hour or so, it's going to be dark. Although we're having quite a bit of a heat wave at the moment. As you can see, I'm still in a t-shirt here. Currently it is 22 degrees in the train room. So it's still very warm out. In fact, we had a barbecue last night. We were sat outside listening to a bit of music, barbecue. That was quite pleasant. Then the bats came out about 9:30, so we came in. Looks kind of like Bavaria model kits. These were by Alpha Graphics, I think it was. Yeah, Alpha Graphic, Birmingham. I don't even know if they're still in existence. Suitable for 16.5 and 21mm gauges. Summer Breeze, Monterey, John Holly. I think at some point I'll have to learn to solder for non-solder connections. For non-solder connections, what method would you recommend? There's so many ways of doing it. To be honest, I just learned to solder and do that. Soldering is just one of those things, takes a little bit of practice. Flux is your friend, or get the solder with the flux core. And you will get it with practice. And then you'll come to a bit and you'll just go to solder it, and for whatever reason it just won't work. And you're just like, why is this not working? Just walk away, come back to it 5 minutes later and it'll magically work. So that's what changed for me with soldering, is just practice and getting a variable heat soldering iron. Get one of the soldering irons that's like got a sensor on it, so it knows when the tip's getting cold, so it keeps it at that temperature. I got one and it really was a game changer. It says narrow gauge cold come as flat thin pieces. Sketch strips usually have the resistors, oh, so that's LED strips, usually have the resistors built in, but not much use for distributed houses, of course. Yeah, if you look at the strips of LEDs, you'll find there's little resistors before each LED. And there's no reason like you can't just have a small strip inside a house. And you can, sometimes you can paint over it with a bit of yellow or something to dull the color down a wee bit, so you don't have that bright white light. And also you can get like the different colored LEDs, so you can get like the soft white. Okay, Wago, yeah, Wago type spring clips. I mean, I just like using soldering because it's quick. I find it easy after a bit of practice, and it's cheap. Because when you look at buying all these clips and things, and you know, that quickly adds up. Summer Breeze, so there's a load of different type connectors. Scott Wood, our kids just returned to school yesterday. Oh, well, my youngest daughter is going back to school next Monday. She'll be in her final year of school. She'll be doing her leaving cert next year, which is equivalent to A-levels or Scottish Highers. So then she'll be off to college. I've got my boy gets his results tomorrow from his leaving cert, so he'll find out tomorrow what he got, and then the offers will start coming in on Monday to see what college he got. So fingers crossed for him. I'll stay out after a barbecue. Got a bat detector, great fun. So I don't mind the bats, but my missus just gets freaked out by them. As far as she's concerned, they're just flying mice. Flying material. My granddad had the coal merchant business. They used to get coal and that were more like the size of railway sleepers. Took a bit of breaking up. Yeah, when you see coal coming in off ships and things like that, it is in big lumps. If you're ever going past the docks where the coal comes in, it's quite big. Tim Maslin, Wagyu clips are a lifesaver. Saved me from so many issues over time. Flying with the chocolate block if it's for bus wires, yeah. I use chocolate blocks at either end of the board and have a wire running between the two of them to join them up. I've got different connectors over times to connect them, and I just found they're not robust enough. So I'm always keeping an eye out for something to use as a connector to connect between the boards. The County Donegal Railway new rail cars, are they 3D printed? Yes, they are 3D printed, and they're on Kato chassis. Well, there's the link to my YouTube channels. Why isn't this working? Lead-free solder tip. Start with old-fashioned 46 lead-based solder. Yeah, lead-based solder with flux core or with separate flux and a decent soldering iron. Tony's Monroe solder is like the plague. The secret of soldering is cleaning. Use a fiberglass pen, lots of flux, and use a temperature controlled iron that's at least 25 watts. Get in and get out quickly. Yeah. You can get the fiberglass pens from most model shops that sell those. They usually do a pack of 3. You have a fiberglass one, a steel sort of wool fiber one, and a brass fiber one. And you will use all 3 on different parts of your layout. Wago type clips are good. Leslie Gilpin, I don't like soldering upside down. Makes me realize why Americans pretend to solder differently. Yeah, that's the one thing. The great thing about having this is when I'm soldering now is I can flip the board over and do the soldering. Or have it up on its side, which makes it so much easier. Trying to solder upside down, not ideal. Oh, there's TimberSurf's link to his guide on soldering. I mean, you guys have seen me solder live a few times, amount of times, and you're all just waiting for me to burn myself and see if I swear. Indeed, Tom Henderson Motherwell. The new stuff needs way more heat and more flux, yeah. Don't use lead-free, it's rubbish. Yeah, we can go over that. I watched a video earlier of someone using Wago connectors, Tom, and it looked impressive, yeah. Guessing Batman will be invited to your barbecue then. Only issue with Wago is they're pretty heavy when sticking them to timber, are you? Are you still making the 3D print farm attachments, TimberSurf? Tim, only if you contact me direct. Tom Houston Motherwell, I had an uncle who went to see Titanic launched, came back with a load of coal that he found and still got a lump of it. Oh. Yeah, good, good. Here's the rest of your lad, yeah. Great uncle. Stanover Motor Railway, Captain Static, Mark is in the house. How you doing, mate? Hi, Mark and everybody in the chat. Don't like fiberglass pens, not happy about the bits they leave behind. I've used my pen a few times, I've never noticed it leaving any bits behind. I'll have to watch closer now. That's good to hear, enjoyed it. So, yeah, check out Mark Stanover Motor Railway then. He's got a video out. I must admit, I don't think I've seen that yet, Mark. It can't be worse compared to RGJ trains that is basically waiting for accidents every Saturday. Was it Grace set something on fire once? Or was that Rob? I think whatever happens, Rob gets the blame. There's Simon Trains Motor Railway Showcase link, so go over there. Chris Valley 56, good evening, how are you doing? Right. Rob has banned himself from soldering. stand over Model Railway. I'm okay, thanks Mark. Just done what should be the final bit of painting on my new bridge pieces. Ooh, very good. Oh, I just realised I'm actually... Oh. Oh dear. So, what's everyone else been at modelling wise? Up to anything or going to any shows? As I say, I'm going to the Ulster show this weekend. I'll be there on the Saturday. Hopefully I'll get in and film it. So there should be a video on that next week. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Get up, chat to a few fellow modelers. Pleased to hear that you enjoyed it, John and Holly. We'll get around to answering the comments as soon as I can. That's a question for you guys. How quickly do you answer your comments for those of you who've got YouTube? Because I sort of, I set aside like an hour or two on a Monday to try and answer my comments. Sometimes if I see a comment come in and I'll answer it on my phone. But quite often I would just set aside an hour or two on Monday, go through my comments and answer them. Of course, I haven't put any videos out recently, so I haven't had any comments to answer. Yep, there's Mark West Junction. Check out his channel there as well, guys. Anna Foster McDade, hello. That is daughter number 3. What are you doing in the chat, daughter? What can I do for you? Simon Trains Model Railway, sometimes straight away, sometimes months. I bought 2 batches of shuttle PCBs with the same schoolboy error. Usually within an hour or two, but I sit at a PC 12 hours a day, okay. Pizza, is there pizza out there? Yes, I'd like pizza. Usually next day, but then I don't get many. Timbersurf, Dad, can you run me? No, Anna has her own car, so I don't have to run her anywhere. But usually it's, Dad, can I have some money for petrol? Well, Herman the Rope, Pete, good evening, how are you doing? Digger Evans, Model Railway, I reply to comments as soon as I see them if I can, okay. There's a link to Mark's shorts from the Blueberry 65 anniversary. That's Stanover Model Railway. I do them as I see them, though I did rely on Gmail, but don't send email notifications now. Yeah, that's the thing with YouTube with their notifications is pretty unreliable. You know, I don't even say on my, hit the bell icon because half the time you don't get notifications. Carver Studios, I'm modeling a mill for processing ore in Colorado, starting to post videos about that. Okay. Timbers, Dad, the car's broke. Can you run me to the garage? Yeah. My car's making a funny noise. Stamp mills are cool. Michael, I tried to answer my YouTube comments within the year it was posted. Has anyone else been watching The Fortune Hotel? I have no idea what that is, John and Holly. Is that a TV show or a YouTube series? Oh, you smell it. Yes. When they turn into Cody's, could you lend me money? Could you run me to the town? Question, does that Class 31 have a working cooler fan? I have a 37 running around my layout. Is that what you're talking about? No, it doesn't have a working cooling fan. My kids are all grown up, but always want money. Yeah. That's always the way, Digger. There's a link to Clive Newlands Railways channel. Go and check it out if you haven't already. Sun Over Model Railway. I try to answer my comments on my videos as soon as I can, but sometimes they have to wait a bit longer than I like. Yeah. I do try and respond to comments the next or even same day. I'm finding that too, Digger. The bank of dad can't always oblige these days. It's a TV series on ITV. Couples have to try and work out which suitcase has the fortune in it. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, like I said this before, I don't watch TV anymore. I watch YouTube. Occasionally I will watch a series on Netflix or Disney Plus. But I say the TV, like I don't even have an aerial plugged into my TV or satellite. So if the only time I would watch TV would be if there's a general election on or something, or some big news item or something. And most of the time you can watch that now on YouTube. Or as everyone who's in Ireland knows about the Late Late Toy Show, I'll watch that on TV, but that's about it. I know Flemmo, but they have a way of making you feel bad, especially my girl child, as she lives far away in Cardiff. Still love them though, fair play, Anna. I know who will win that show, an airport baggage handler. I used to work as an airport baggage handler as a summer job once in Bristol Airport. It is horrible hard work. Right, there's a bit of standing around, and then the next thing 3 planes come in, and then you're running around trying to get the bags off, get the bags loaded, make sure the right number of bags go in the right hold, while dodging the person who's emptying the toilets on the plane, and the trucks refueling and putting the food on the plane. I'm way better at identifying continental locomotives. I'm sure you are, Ivo. I would be no good at identifying continental locomotives going, yeah, that looks like a loco, okay? I can tell that because it's on the tracks. I did watch Happy Gilmore 2 yesterday on Netflix. I got to appear on local ITV news feature on YouTube. Ooh, Leslie. Nice one, Leslie. I hope you got a decent plug, 700 plus videos. Yes, 700 vids in the library and 7,200 subs. Oh, very good, Leslie. Summer jobs. I dug holes in the road and filled them in again. Unfortunately, somebody on these roads around here seem to be just digging the holes. There's no filling in going on. There's the link to Leslie's channel, so get over there, guys. Subscribe if you're not. You can't see me in shot, but I'm actually sat on the sofa here with my feet up, just chilling. It's 9 o'clock now. I'll keep going to 9:30 and call it a day then, guys, because I will need to go and get something to eat. Tom, you mean moving a hole from one end of the road to the other? Just right, Mark, just chill. Yeah, so hopefully now, so I'll be at the show this weekend, film that, and then I will hopefully get that video up for next week. And so the kids start going back to school next week, so I'll be able to do a bit more planning and hopefully I'm going to say this now, but it probably won't happen. I'm hoping there'll be a bit more rapid progress on the layout. Because if we are having a show in February, I'd like to have this layout in some sort of shape that I could take it to a show. And that will be the test then, because when you take it somewhere and put it up, then you realize all the bugs it's got and then what you've got need to do to fix it. I saw a video of Bulgarian railways with many class 85s and 86 running on it. Yeah, they bought a load of them, didn't they? Welcome to Thursday train time and chilling. I ended up with a trailer full of holes and asked the foreman where to put them. Visible leprechauns dig all the potholes in roads. Someone once told them roads are made from black gold. Summer Breeze Model Railway, John Holly. I'm hoping to have locos running by Christmas. Fingers crossed. And there's a link to Tom Hewson's Model Rails channel as well. Yeah, so the plan will be get the Pico viaduct in so I can start the embankment work. This bit here, which is the bit that goes in the middle for the 009, I'm having a rethink on that. But it's still going to be a loop of track and everything, but I think I'm going to make it DCC. So I'm going to, because I put this track down just to see how it works, so I need to take it up because I need to put cork under it anyway. And I'm going to rewire it, so put insulating fish plates in so I have sections, so then I can use digital control to control 2 or 3 rail cars going around it at once. So it needs to be rewired slightly, so I'm going to do that. Embankment, that in. Then it's really just about doing all the scenery. I need to put 2 3-way points in, so one there and one over there for the TMD and the steam shed. Get the final bit of track in. I need to build the kits for the TMD, for the fueling depot. Like you would have seen that kit in, probably about 2 months ago in the live stream where I started putting it together. I haven't done any more since then. So I need to do that. I've got the West Hill Wagon Works kit to go inside the TMD, so I need to fit that as well, and do the ballasting and the scenery and wire everything up properly, do the proper bus wires, because the only bit that is really properly wired is that bit over there that's got all the points on it. Also I need to redo all the point motors because I'm using the DCC Concepts solenoid controllers and they're not working the best for the frog priority, so I'm going to revert them back to taking it off the switch, off the seat point motor. So that's what I got to do there. We're all subbing to Tom now. Don't mention throughway points to Digger. Oh, what happened to Digger and throughway points? Yeah, the bedroom live stream, that was it. I can't even remember now why I ended up, what was happening, that I was stuck in the bedroom. It's the only place I had. I think, was there people there or something? I can't remember now. Yeah, there's Timber Surf stream as well. Flamer Chairman, lots of Lamcatas and 13 a dozen Skoda and 2. Oh, excuse me, there's a yawn. It's been a long day today. There was a time when I'd go out and do 300 miles driving every day, and it wouldn't bother me, but I'm not used to doing that anymore. A few bits of track related stuff to do then, yeah. Your bedroom, that was it, Maura. Yeah, that's how, when it was back then. Must have been back in May then, because yes, this room was absolutely strewn with study guides and notes and everything in strategic piles around the floor. That's why, yeah, I couldn't go into the kitchen or anywhere because everyone else is in there, so I was in the bedroom. Yeah, I think it might have been a mixture that I'd family around and son was studying. So I'll find out the fruits of his study tomorrow now. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so getting all my locos out. I didn't realise that I had so many 37s. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 up there. I've got another one still in a box. And there's the OG 37 in this cabinet, which is the one I often tell you about. I bought in Nobby's Hobbies for 15 quid back in, must be in the late 80s. And then of course we've got the Irish locos and a few steamers. And if you remember last week we had the problem with the, was it last week? No, I think when I done the stream on Saturday, the Black 5 kept derailing over here, and Jason Barnabas suggested the back-to-backs. And yes, it was the back-to-backs on the tender were slightly out. So that's why it kept derailing. Yeah, thanks, yeah. Best of luck for Mark. Yeah, I hope he gets the results he wants. Leaving cert results are not everything. No, they're not. I may be brave enough to do another live stream one day, maybe. Just do it, Mark. It's all. I've been doing live streams now since lockdown. And I can't even remember when I started doing regular Thursdays. I could look back on my YouTube, but I can't remember when I started doing regular Thursday night live streams. Yeah, I remember the first live streams, there would only be like 4 or 5 in. 37's like, which ones you never have enough, yeah. As long as I remember that it's just the start of the great adventure, you never stop learning. No, very, very true. I've spent the week running around trying to get my son through clearing because he didn't get the grades he needed. Oh, I hope he got something in the end, Tom. Mark, that would be braver than us. I think John, have more of a face for radio. Well, as I say, I've got a face for radio and a voice for podcasts or something. Yeah. I'm no oil painting. I'm more of one of those modern art things. Tom, you looking at student accommodation tomorrow. Timber Surf, I'm not brave enough to do lives. You should do that, Timber, the reveal, although I think a picture of you has circulated out there some places. Of course, you don't have to be on camera when you do your lives. There's a few people who do lives and they don't appear. It wasn't in the stream on Saturday. I was coming back from Inverbus. It was something I wanted to do for a while and finally did it. Well, yeah, you see that? Is that just a big, like, bus meetup? Is it just where there's loads of different buses of historical significance or something? Where does he wish to go, Tom? Yeah, Tom says there, do it, Mark. Stand over Monterey, just do it. Oh, Ivo's off. All right, good night, Ivo. Mark, accommodation is harder than exams. Yeah, especially if you want to go to Dublin. Oh. He's got a foundation grade. Looks quite fun, actually. Oh, very good. Shanna 6. I'm surprised you haven't eaten the model railway. Don't forget, Mark, modern art is in a thing, though. You could use AI on your live. Yeah. I did do one without my face just once. I don't mind doing them as such, Mark. The trouble is that I can't do them on a regular basis. Also, as I only have a small end-to-end layout, I probably bore people quite easily. Well, you think I don't, Mark? The thing is, like, usually what I do for my lives is I will have a couple of talking points to talk about if the chat goes dead, but something that's not very often now, because I have good people coming into the chat, that the chat actually ever dies off that often. And it's just about having a few questions to stimulate the chat and just see what people are up to. Digger's internet died on my PC, back on the phone, doing a restart on the PC. Belfast Metropolitan Architectural Technology. Oh, that sounds very interesting, Tom. Shannon 6, I have a Hornby, Thomas, Edward, James, and Henry, and Percy. Oh, very good. Old buses and modern buses, but they go to the village of Imber, which is in the Salisbury Plain, but closed off to the public as it's a military training base, or training area. Timber Surf Navy and this old Tony Hans video. I did a live once. Brian joined it. I'd pressed the wrong button. China 6 Southeastern Railway. Oh. If conversation goes dead, just talk about food. Yeah, it's usually you guys, John and Holly, who brings up the food, or is it sometimes it's Aaronville as well. And by the end of my stream, I'm absolutely starving because everyone's going, "Oh, I'm having this tonight," and I'm like, As you go, looking forward to your video then, Simon. Ember bus must be cool and different. I didn't film a video, just a random off-screen day out. Oh. Of course, the thing is, if you do film something like that and you put it on your channel, you get everyone complaining, going, "That's not a train." We all know how YouTube can be. You have your niche. Don't dare step outside your niche. Oh. There's the mic's holding up. Oh, this mic is in the red, so for the last 10 minutes I'm just going to swap over mics a minute, so there'll be a bit of dead air. Right, should be back with you. You obviously don't bore people, Mark, as you have a nice regular crowd in, plus it's easier for you as you can leave your trains running. Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. But maybe I just have a lot of people who are insomniacs and just come in because they can't sleep. So it's a beginner's guide, track and track planning. Mark's going to sit there. Oh, sorry, did you ask a question? So I didn't see that, but there's a link to track and track planning. I know Imber well, showcase, but from the air. Does he give a friend has a railway channel, but his biggest viewed video is off a bus rally. All right. Our King, New Junction and Rail Stuff are doing a podcast now. Very interesting to listen to in the background when doing stuff on the layout. I actually listened to that last night when I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I couldn't sleep. I put the old headphones on and that popped up first thing on my phone, so I thought, oh, I'll listen to that. It was very interesting because it didn't send me to sleep, so I stayed awake like listening to it. So James Motherwell Showcase, Tom Hughes Motherwell, a few people I know were going to check train tickets and made a day trip, plus went to the village of Chittereen for a drink in the pub. Oh, very nice. You're putting yourself down worse than me, Mark. Now, as I say, I enjoy doing these live streams. I enjoy coming in here, having the chat with you guys. I must admit, it's been nice for the last month taking a break and not worrying about doing the modelling, because sometimes there's you feel under pressure to get a video out each week, and I thought, you know what, just for the month of August I won't do anything, and I think I'll make that an annual thing now, that I'll just say, look, over the summer videos will be as and when, and then come September they should go back to regular content. But I'm hoping here's the great hope, that I can carry on and get a load of work done on this, so I get a backlog of videos, so they'll still be going out, so you'll be seeing the layout, and hopefully the videos will be 3 or 4 weeks behind. But once I've done the layout, you know, and I've got it up and running, which, you know, let's face it, it's going to be a good 12 months. What do you do content on now? I know I've still got a lot of work to do in the museum between a garden railway and building another 009 layout. So, you know, the work will be ongoing. Or King, yes, I listened to it last night when doing stuff. Yeah, I actually enjoyed it. That sounds good, Maura. We'll investigate. Then there's the green signal one too. Ah. Other things I noticed, if any bus related stuff goes on my videos, the retention does dip. Yeah. Like, I think the majority of my viewers, they want model railway stuff, and they particularly like the how-tos, things like that. When I do all the shows and everything like that, but they never get as many views as, it could be just the way I film them. You know, a couple of people have made comments on when I do model railway shows, and I've tried to incorporate changes into that. But then, you know, I think people just want what I first started doing, I suppose. That's what they signed up for. Okay, yeah, I enjoyed it, Flame Up. Yeah, I must admit, I thought the podcast was really good. Then you're out of bed at 5 a.m. to go and try something on the layout. I did think about that, just coming in and do something on the layout, but I'd end up making too much noise, and I'd wake the missus up, and then there'd be a whole commotion. Rule 1 applies to YouTube channels too, Mark. Yeah. Summer Breeze, Motherwell, John Holly. Been a tough week, as it would have been my John's dad's 80th birthday tomorrow if he was still with us. This life has helped me. Well, I'm glad it's helping you. We're all friends here, and there has been such loss recently in our little community. Andrew, Shortbread Express, lost his dad a couple of weeks ago. Rob, RGGA Trains, lost his dad there, was it last week? Simon from SG Trains lost his granddad last week as well. So everyone has there's been a good few people, and there's been a couple of other people as well who've lost people recently. So, we hold them all in our hearts and know they're all having a tough time. And like, there isn't one of us who hasn't lost someone close and know exactly how they feel. So, it's a great little community here that we can help and support each other. I think Rob and Grace are going to try and do a live on Saturday night, and they are going to do it as a bit of a fundraiser, I think. I forget what the charity was they were going to put on there. So make sure everybody tunes into that Saturday night. There's the link to the podcast. It's up on it's Series 1, Episode 1, Junction stuff. It's up on Richard's channel, New Junction. If I decide to do an Imberbus video in the future, it would have to be put on another channel. Oh, there's the channel memberships. Thanks for that link. Anybody who wants to become a channel member, say I use that money for building layouts in the museum. I don't actually spend it on myself. Best not start me on channel views, otherwise I will cry. Don't worry about the views, Mark. Really, the thing is, make videos, put them up, and as you make more and more videos, you get better and better at it. If you don't think you do, look back at the very first video done, and then look at your latest video, and you'll see a difference. When I look back at my first videos, I'm just, whoa. There's a link for the Google Docs. So if you're not subscribed or you don't have a YouTube account, you can just put your comment on there if you've got a question, and then I can try and answer it. Hermitage Road Pete, I only do railway or model railway videos. Leslie Gilpin Railways. I'm never sure whether people watch my channel for steam or other railways. So try and please both. Yeah, if you try and please everyone, you just drive yourself mental. You just need to do what you do, and people will either tune in or they won't. I must be doing something right, because I have over 6,000 subs now. So, all right, I'm not gaining as fast as some people do. I don't have any viral videos or anything like that, but I like the nice, consistent growth I've got, so I'm happy. There's the link to Hermitage Road, so go and check Pete's channel out. So I look back at my first video and cringe at them. Yeah, I think we all do. Let's give us, you're a pro now, Simon. Yeah, I must admit, the video you've done on the gathering, I really enjoyed that, Simon. You really seem to not sparkle, it's the wrong word to use, but you really, I just know your presence on that video and everything, it was really good, really well put together. Particle Station, Charlie, good evening, how are you doing? If you build it, they will come. Yeah, I think my first video were in 120. Great Northern 70, Greg, how are you doing, Greg? Welcome to the stream. Somebody's Mono Railway, John Holly. I look back at my first video, Simon, and think, is that all I've posted? Vince Haysom, good evening. I thought I'd join you at the 11th hour. Yeah, I'm going to be finishing up now in a couple of minutes. So my voice is starting to go. Yeah. But sure, there'll be more in the future. Tom Hughes and Muller, I cringe at all my videos. Well, there's more going saying that. Simon, I really enjoyed your video of the gathering. Yes, more coming in the future, Simon. So don't forget to check out the train set shop if you need any second-hand railway items. So I'm going to the Ulster show this weekend. I'll be there Saturday, doing my usual video. And so if you're there and you'll pop up, tap me on the shoulder, say hello. And if I look at you blankly, it's because I'm there trying to figure out who you are and so, trying to remember your name, because I am absolutely terrible with people's names. Let's get more about Simon. Do you get recognised as you travel around? Oh, Josh is off. All right. Good night, Josh. Catch you again. Hermitage Road. I've been doing a few shorts recently. They haven't really boosted my numbers of views. Shorts are funny. I don't do too many shorts because I used to just lose me subscribers. Because people were very funny. Oh, I don't want shorts, I want full length. So everybody, don't forget to help Mark and share if you can, and hit the thumbs up. Yes, please hit the thumbs up, guys. Summer Trains Model Railway Showcase. This week I filmed a video which we'll be doing, going out late September, which started at Cape to Cairo to someone house, but it's something to do with Rail 200. Okay. Standard Model Rate, my subscriber numbers have been growing at a nice steady pace. I just need to try and work out what my subscribers like and how to get my viewing hours up. I think I told you my first video 12 years ago was a 2-part convertible review in Hawaii. Oh my God. We like all them, Mark. Let's find your videos fun and informative. Yeah. That short with the 500 pounds of model row, it was funny. Right, there we are. It's 9:30 now, guys. I need to go and get a drink and get something to eat. As I say, I'll be at the show on Saturday. I'll be back hopefully next Thursday evening. I'll try and be on time next week, 7:30. So sorry for that delay this week, guys, but it was an emergency. So. Yeah, well, looking outside, it is dark and it is 9:30. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. So I'll be back next Thursday, show this weekend. Normal videos will be starting back in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. I'm so unprepared for this stream that I don't have it up to finish the stream. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, Anthony Dodge is live tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock. RGJ Trains are hoping to do a live on on Saturday at 8 o'clock. And then, of course, you've Jenny on Monday night. And then I'll be back on Thursday. All right, feedback. So as always, guys, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I will see you next week, or I'll see you in the other streams, or I might see some of you Saturday. So take care, everyone. Bye.